This is your host, Danny, and this is a new Common Mistakes episode from English Plus Podcast. In today's episode of Common Mistakes, we will talk about the common mistakes we usually make using the word technology. What are the common mistakes? Let me start with an example, a very simple example, actually. The modern technology has changed our whole way of life. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. You hear that every day, right? Yes, but just drop the. Because we're talking about an uncountable noun in a general way, so we don't use the. Maybe that's more related to the, which we will talk about one day in one of our Common Mistakes episodes. But since we're talking about modern technology, and I hear that all the time, people say the modern technology, the modern technology. No, it's not the modern technology. You don't need the. You just say modern technology has changed our whole way of life. But now let's get to the real common mistakes that I wanted to talk about. Let me give you this example. A fine example of modern technologies can be seen in the Indonesian fishing industry. What's wrong with that? A fine example of modern technologies, that's okay, right? Can be seen in the Indonesian fishing industry. Well, we're talking about technology, so obviously the problem is with the word technologies. What's wrong with that? When technology has a general meaning, it is uncountable. That's the problem. And here, we said technologies. And while technology can be countable, you will have to be careful. If it has a general meaning, it is uncountable. Like when we say the country's economic fate depends on access to foreign technology in general. We don't say technologies here. Now, we use technology as a countable noun only when you refer to a particular area of activity. There, you can use technology as a countable noun and you can say technologies. I will give you an example. The system uses advanced computer and satellite technologies. So you see here, we're not talking about technology in general. We're talking about advanced computer and satellite technologies. Here, it's okay to say technologies. It's okay to use technology as a countable noun, but not when it has a general meaning. So back to our example, a fine example of modern technologies. Well, here we're talking about technology in general, right? So we should say a fine example of modern technology, not of modern technologies. Of modern technology can be seen in the Indonesian fishing industry because we're talking about the word technology here in its general meaning. We're not referring to a particular area of activity. Now, let me give you one last example. High technology requires massive investment. Well, what's wrong with that? Technology, fine, we're talking about technology in general. We used it as an uncountable noun, so that's fine, right? Yes, but what about the word high, or what about the adjective high? Can we say high technology? Not really. We don't say high technology. We say advanced technology. We don't say high, remember. Well, this might make sense in other languages, but it doesn't make sense in English. In English, we say advanced technologies, not high technologies. For example, the United States government has agreed to provide both capital and advanced technology, not high, advanced technology. So back to our example, instead of saying high technology requires massive investment, we should say advanced technology requires massive investment. Now, that being said, that's everything I wanted to share with you about the common mistakes we usually make when we use the word technology. Another day, another common mistake, and I hope you use those common mistakes to make your writing and speaking more accurate. This is your host, Danny. Thank you very much for listening to another Common Mistakes episode from English Plus Podcast. I'll see you next time.